Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today we are going to be doing, as we always do here on the channel, a full breakdown of the hero's path. This is the Asgardian path. I was actually kind of surprised by this one. I don't know, but as you can see by flicking through it, we've got a lot of gear in here. I was honestly, though, really expecting this to be pinpoint gear, the new gear set, and that to make it really exciting. But at a quick glance, you guys can see what's in here. Savage, Reflex, regular, Barbarian accessories, and speed. Now, to be fair, these are the three best sets from Dragon. I guess the Barbarian accessories is appropriate for Asgard, from Spider, then Ice Golem, and Fire Knight. They're the best sets, but they are regular dungeon sets. They're not exciting at all. So this is looking like an event you might skip, but let's look at the cost. Let's look at what you can expect out of it. I should also mention, because it's just gone live, we do have the new Forge Pass season. So this coming in season 20. Wow, there've been 20 Forge Passes now. That's actually kind of nuts to think about. This one is one of the better ones, actually. Yeah, this is Slayer. So Slayer sort of has remained relevant. I'd say a lot of the other Forge Pass sets, I guess, is not surprising with 20 seasons, but a lot of the other ones have really become power crept. I mean, it's the problem as well with these old dungeon sets too. A lot of these old sets have really become power crept by new sets in the game that are just better. And for a later game player, when you do have access to some Hydra sets, First City sets, Siege sets now as well. Heck, even the Doom Tower sets, the Clan Boss sets, the Dungeon sets, they're nearly all being power crept a ton and not used half as much at all as there used to be. So yeah, I do think Slayer is still probably worth it though. I think Slayer's really nice. It's a great alternative to some of the other ones. And the accessories can be really good. Again, like if you get like a Slayer ring, that can be 5% crit for that build, which is quite nice. Yeah, it's giving you crit rate, crit damage, speed, and then it's got good stuff for AoE attacks. So it's 6 pieces. It's not quite as good as Merciless, but I mean, it's pretty good for AoE damage dealers. I personally think I probably will pick this one up. I think it's the remaining Forge Pass set that for me is appealing. So I think I might grab this. Honestly, I actually might grab this. And one thing to note, this might overlap with, we know there's a Deck of Fate event coming for Freya, and there could be Heroes Paths for Asgardian souls and whatnot as well. Like, I'm guessing there'll probably be a Heroes Path for a Thor soul. It might be helpful with this Forge Pass, the XP boost. There could well be a big champion training event or tournament or something tied in to this whole thing. And yeah, that XP boost could be useful. Maybe it won't be up for that. Maybe it will expire. Maybe it will be up for that. Who knows? You could always wait until there's a big event to buy the Forge Pass if you wanted to. You don't need to buy a Forge Pass day one or anything like that. But I think I'll probably get it for myself, probably. But yeah, I think that's the major. I think that's the major news for today. Oh, also something I didn't mention before. We do have the free gear removal. I will update all my champion builds and stuff on the Hell Hades Optimizer. You can find all that linked down below so you can see what I'm working with. And I'm probably going to be re-gearing a few champions though. So watch out for that. But let's jump over into my analysis. Oh, spoiler! My analysis of the path. So here is the full path. Well, actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go straight to spoiler. This is, in my opinion, the only really useful thing to do in this path. I've got another option, but it's the most useful one. So at the top, I think gems, but this really doesn't matter. 15 gems is kind of irrelevant. You can pick whatever you want. Over here, I do think that 20 of the medium oils is the best bet. Those are always short. You're always in demand of medium oils. So I would definitely grab those. Then we're going through the middle, right? We're going to grab the mythical glyphs because we have to. Then we're going to go for a 6-star speed glyph. This is making things more expensive, but I think it's worth it. Because it's a 6-star speed glyph. That's actually genuinely really good. So, like, if you just do a bit of this with Dungeon Divers, I would try grab a 6-star speed glyph. That's actually really nice. And you can grab, like, 10 rarity charms as well. You could throw those on. It's quite nice, too. Grab some brews if you need to. It's not bad. An accuracy glyph is decent as well. So there's some decent stuff here at the top, for sure. Then we're going to get the Chaos Ore. Sneak in here. Grab Chaos Dust. Then we'll grab the Chaos Ore. I think the banner is the most useful. Again, just fishing for those speed banners. You need a lot of banners trying to get speed ones, so I'd go for that. And Yeah, especially with these Asgardian champs, they're all going to want speed, so it's always good. Uh, then we're going to get a key, and then I figure a boot is probably the most useful thing to grab. Just look for a speed set boot. Again, you could really pick anything here. I think speed set's not crazy useful anymore, honestly. And yeah, then you've got your 2 mythical skill tomes at the bottom. If you get extra points, you know, some red essence, etc., is nice. How much is that going to cost us? 70,000 points. It's not cheap. How do we get points? We haven't touched on that yet. Well, the way you get points. Now, this is interesting. I don't remember. They might have done this before. Usually, these events are summon rush events. This time around, though, it is a champion chase event. So it's about getting a specific rarity of champion is what gives you points. Now, that changes it up a bit. So, yeah, it's quite a bit. Now, as you can see, champions from any source for your regular champs up to 20,000 for a mythical. So definitely, if you get lucky and get a mythical, you know, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of this path done, or well, a chunk of it. Void, there you go. Bearing in mind, there are no events on for Void champions during this path, as far as we know. There's only 2x primals, which is gonna do well for this stuff, very well. But yeah, that's all for the summoning events is 2x primals. Then there's dungeon divers and they're summoning souls. I think this is a good event for summoning. Well, no, I don't think it's a good event for summoning soul stones. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I would probably be saving your soul stones for a better path. I'd save them for a better path. There's nothing here that's crazy valuable, to be brutally honest. I'd only ever use the soul stones to like help me get an extra mythical tome if I was close enough. Dungeon divers will probably hopefully add up to a decent chunk. Like you're probably going to farm the pinpoint dungeon. That's my plan for the weekend. Farm some pinpoint. I think there's a Fire Knight tournament on as well. If that has good rewards, I might do that. So yeah, we'll get some of this. But how much on average is this worth? So I actually did a little bit of maths here, and this is what I worked out. So with 2x primals, you're going to have a 65% chance for the rare, 32% chance for the epic, 2% for the legendary, and 1% for the mythical. So as you can see, epics are the bulk of your points from your primals. But legendaries and mythicals contribute a decent chunk. It's going to give you about 1,000 points on average, but that is on average. There's going to be a lot of luck. Like, you know, you're going to get reasonably close to this because of the rares and epics are very guaranteed. But like, you got to get pretty lucky to get a mythical, but you know. So some of you will, this is the thing, some of you will probably end up above this average, and then some of you will end below. I think that you're not going to have enough primal shards for an individual to trend close to this, but it's a rough rule of thumb. Let's go in with a rough rule of thumb, and let's say 1,000 points. So you're looking at 70 primal shards to get these mythical skill tomes. Now, if we knock off one mythical skill tome, you're looking at 50 primal shards. That is, you know, something that a spender might get. A spender might get that. I might get that. But yeah, you know, if I look at that, that maybe becomes doable. I would not do this path intentionally, though. I see this path as a bonus to if you are doing primals. So I've got 25 primals. That's probably about 25,000 points, roughly. I am likely to probably buy a few more primals as well for a video and do a big shard pull session. Great. I also got a remnant summon I can maybe grab as well, potentially. So I could maybe have a remnant summon. And yeah, then I'll be doing some dungeon divers. So I'm kind of thinking I might, for me personally, I might get some of these mythical tomes, but there's a decent chance that you won't, right? There's a decent chance that you shouldn't. There's not much that's that crazy useful apart from them. You've got to go so far. I probably wouldn't worry too much. What about a smaller way to do the path? This is what I think. So one thing I didn't mention is you do start the event with a key. So you begin with one key. We begin with a key. So with that key, we can unlock this lock or this lock over here. By going down this way, it's certainly something you can do. You can go down this way, and then you can unlock this key and go down here. I think that's viable too, and you could grab the legendary skill tome. Like, you could totally go down the side. And in fact, let me actually work out the cost of that. I didn't work that out. Okay, yeah, it is actually a little bit cheaper. So this red path is actually a little bit cheaper. So instead of going down the middle, you're going to get some worse rewards. Like, you're not getting a 6-star speed glyph or a chaos dust or chaos ore. You're getting slightly worse rewards. Just a couple of pieces of Savage gear. I go for probably weapon and gloves. But again, you can pick what you want. I think gloves are the most valuable. Savage, looking for the crit damage ones. But yeah, that red path comes in at, what was it? You can see the yellow path here in a second. 68750. It's slightly, was it 68750? I think it's that. It's slightly cheaper. Slightly cheaper than going down the middle. So that's totally a viable way you can do. You can either do green, go down the middle, in my opinion, get slightly better stuff, or you can go red, go down the left-hand side, you get a legendary book. I guess it depends where you're at. For me, I value like a 6-star speed glyph more than a legendary book. For me personally, on my account, I've got enough books, but never enough speed glyphs. But yeah, so look, the right-hand path actually might be more valuable to more people, to be fair. So there we go. We've got that one in. But the one I wanted to look at here as well is the yellow path. So the yellow path is just going down. I think this is for your typical player that maybe has a few primals, but not enough to really do anything with them. This is what you can do. So you can come over here, grab all the Savage gear. Okay, cool. That's going to cost you 29,750. So again, that's about 30 primals on average, which I think is about as much as you can get free to play, and that's getting everything. I think that's like max free to play is you get all of this stuff here. Or again, if you're not quite getting the max primals, you're going to have some Dungeon Diver points to perk it up. After that, you could grab the 1,000 for the key, and then you could swing over here, do 1,000, open this lock, epic book, grab some reflex gear, or you could come do whatever. So this is definitely an option. Personally, I don't know. I'm not too excited about the gear sets. It's definitely an option I wanted to show you. I would probably just go for the speed glyph. You know, like for me, again, maybe I'm a bit speed glyph biased. For me, I would probably just be going for the green path, honestly, and getting the mythical charms. They're nice. The speed glyph is nice. Accuracy glyph is fine. Chaos dust is good. I could go grab 10 rarity charms. It's actually pretty good. Like I'd probably be grabbing that. So that's probably more what I would be thinking myself. Would be, again, coming in and just grabbing like stuff that I actually want. So okay, grab this. I'll grab this. This. Like these are really good. We can grab this. That's maybe okay. I don't know. I'll probably go for these first. 6-star glyphs first. Maybe grab this medium dust. Grab these. You know, I'd be just grabbing small individual rewards. And for someone who doesn't have many primal shards, you're just picking up some Dungeon Diver points. I'd just be targeting these good things. Like, I mean, the brews are not bad. You know, just picking up the small rewards here. As it goes with the sort of little points I get. There's really no reason. It's not like there's a champion at the end of this that's exclusive or anything. There's little reason to go super duper hard. So those would be sort of my pieces of advice. And I guess at the end, like we can also say like, yeah, like 20, that is good. That's good as well. 5 of that. Like you can grab those 2 at the bottom if you want when you've got there. But that's my thought on the path. Let me know if I've missed anything. Or if you've got any alternative suggestions, but that's sort of my thought. Beautiful path right here. To me, this path is fundamentally, I'm pulling my primal shards anyway. It's 2x primals. I'm pulling them. How do I want to spend the points I get from primals and just spending energy over the weekend? How much am I going to get? And then just grabbing the best rewards possible. I'm not doing this path for the sake of the path. This path is a pleasant bonus to the stuff I was already doing anyway. So that's sort of what's going on there. That's my thoughts on it. That's the Asgardian path. Let me know what you think. Also, we do have the summon pool. So we could actually do, let's do this right now for fun. Here we go. We could get a big chunk of points with our 1 free summon for this pool right here, right now. Could it be my first ever legendary from a summon pool? No. No, it's not. It's an epic. That will go, at least this will go through my mercy counter for next time. Oh wait, no it won't, because the mercy counter only works within the 1 summon pool. So we got ourselves a Scabrius pool, I guess. Well, listen, that's 2,000 points. That's 2,000 points right there. We go, grab this guy, grab this guy, grab this guy. That was actually 2,000 points exactly. I mean, all right, cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.